This is one of our another video in which we're trying to bring some education for our people who are watching our channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the concept of functional consulting. This question gets asked quite a lot from every time we go to meet client to start doing the scoping, trying to identify the requirements. And because Richard, who is our senior CRM consultant, and I will call him strategist as well, because he does play an important role in making sure the strategy is right for the implementation. So Richard, let's talk a little bit more about what is the concept of functional consulting is, and what does it entails to for the client.
The job role of a functional consultant, Raj, is more about having a good, thorough understanding of the business.
Mm-hmm.
We do this through the discovery session and the scoping session.
Yeah.
The functional consultant then can be in a position then to effectively manage the project.
Okay.
And liaise with the developers.
Yes.
So from that point of view, they need the business needs someone who can speak and understand
The lingo.
the business, the lingo,
Yeah.
but also translate that to developer speak.
That's right.
But another important aspect is that the functional consultant is getting their hands dirty. They're actually involved in the implementation.
Okay.
They will do some work themselves. They'll provide the training, support. They're hands-on in the business.
Okay.
So whilst they're managing the project, they're also dealing with the users themselves and providing support.
So is that right to say that functional consultant have two roles which are merged into one? One is the business analyst, another one is the project management. So they're not purely as a business analyst either, nor purely as a project manager either, just because they do end up in mapping the processes,
Yes,
identifying the requirements, doing the client interviews, right? And then producing those process maps for the client to be able to envision that how the process looks like. That's where the business analysis part is.
That's right.
And as soon as you go towards liaising with developers, understanding, translating those requirements into their tech speak, right? So that they understand what need to be developed. They means developers, right? And also ensuring when the solution comes before it goes to the client, it does meet those business requirements.
That's right.
So there is a project liaison role in it as well, right?
Yeah.
So one more thing that we want to know is what's in it for business? How it adds some sort of a point of distinction for our team. I guess by now everyone watching must know that we are IT Solution Solve team, and our website is www.itsolutionsolve.com.au. If you didn't know, please note this one down, and also don't forget to go and check our blog for more informative sessions like this. So what does this inform for the client? Why, right?
It's very important because the functional consultant is on the client side, so to speak. So they have a combination of business skills and technical skills.
Okay.
So they can translate those requirements and be in a position then to decide which is the correct approach.
Yes.
At what point developers need to be doing work, at what point functional consultants need to be doing work, and in fact at what point the client needs to be doing work. Okay, so they can, looking from the client's perspective, use the appropriate resources to minimise the cost.
Okay. So is that right to say that ultimately it is the functional consultant who end up in driving the project? So that they make sure who is the right resource. The client may not know how to translate those functional requirements or the business requirements to the developer. So, and also when it comes to the training the client as well, they get to decide, say, yes, okay, this is how it should go into this application.
The functional consultant, that's pretty close. Whilst the functional consultant is driving it, it's in liaison with the client. So the client is always understanding what point we're at. The client's actually making the decision. We're just advising them.
So basically, do you enabling the client to make informed decisions?
Absolutely.
That's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you, Richard. Thanks
You're
for your
welcome,
help,
Ash.
man.
Cheers, mate.